Claritas Classical Mamas. My name is Sarah, and I am a part of your community this year. And last week, or Tuesday, I was the Blue Group leader, and I thought I'd jump on here today just to share some ideas on your role as a group leader when it comes time to do that. So the last several years I have tutored at a different community, and while tutoring, typically I was also in charge of classroom management. The beauty about the way our community is set up this year is there are tutors, but there's also group leaders. And what's cool is as group leaders, we can actually help the tutors out by being in charge of the students. So what does that look like? So I think as a group leader, your job or your role could be assisting the tutor. So I know I've learned a lot even just from last Tuesday of several things I'll do differently this week. For example, when I step into a class as a group leader, I'll communicate with the tutor right away. Hey, is there anything specific you need help with? Where are the students going to start? Oh, they're going to start on the carpet. Okay, are we going to be moving to the chairs at any time? Okay, we are. Okay, so just taking note from my own knowledge so that I know what to do and how to help with the kids. Also, in one of the classes, I noticed the tutor was having to get up and down to start the YouTube video and then pause it and then start it and pause it. And so I naturally just stepped in and said, hey, just signal me and I'll help you. So I'll start it and stop it for you so you can just teach. So if there's any ways that you can step in and help, I think that's super helpful for the tutor. Also, as a group leader, managing students. So I decided last Tuesday that I would just be in charge of the students the entire time. So I would place them, I would have them sit where I wanted them to, whether it would just be on the carpet or in the chairs, or I would actually tell them where I wanted them to sit, like Barrett, you sit right here, Riley, you sit right here. I'd actually place them. I would communicate with the tutor and say, are we moving from the chairs to the carpet, or are we moving from the carpet to the chairs? And I would tell them, just let me know when, and I will do that for you. Okay, so then that gives a tutor an opportunity to breathe for a moment and gather herself while she gets ready for the next segment. So also would include putting students in lines, moving the students clearly from each classroom in an organized manner because there's several other classrooms also moving at the same time. Also limiting disruptions. So I floated, just right behind the students or next to them while the tutor is teaching. So clearly, they're young kids. They're going to be disruptive here and there. Or they're going to talk to their neighbor, and it's a great opportunity where I can just easily put my hand on their shoulder, and that normally is enough of a reminder for them to just stop talking. Or I can lean into them and just whisper in their ear without anybody else listening or hearing, just like, hey bud, or hey sweetie, we need to be quiet while the tutor's teaching, and it's still new, and I'm a stranger to most of the kids, so that helps with quieting them down. So that also helps with the tutor, right? So the tutor doesn't have to be responsible for making sure the kids are being quiet so that they can all hear her while she's teaching. That can be our role as group leaders. Also, time and schedule. In my calendar on my phone, I actually put in a block for each segment. So the start of the first class, the transition, second class transition, third class transition, and then I put alerts in there. So my watch was buzzing with 15 minutes remaining in class, and then it buzzed again at 5 minutes, and I was able to make eye contact with the tutor and just give her like a, hey, we have 5 minutes. That's what that meant. We have 5 minutes, so she knows that it's time to wrap it up, and also that I'm going to have to put the students in line and get them ready to leave by the time it's in time to transition. So how to do all this. Initially, when you start in the class, I would say communicate with the tutor right away. Just, hey, what can I do to help you today? What's the flow looking like in the classroom? Where are we starting? And then with students, make very clear, simple expectations with each segment. So not just in the class, but we're sitting on the carpet right now. This is what I expect, or we expect, and then we're going to move to the tables. This is what we expect. Again, not lengthy, just very short and simple. I typically try to make it fun as well, and I'll go over that in a second. And then, let's see. And I talked about, and then helping students obviously learn how to sit appropriately, keep their hands to themselves, and not touch their neighbors. Okay, So when I transition the students, let's say we're moving into the class, like our first class was history, and we tell them like, okay, it's time to go sit anywhere you want in the rectangle. In the first class, I went ahead